See, the voice don't work if we ain't chatting big money. You can never say I cheap talk, I speak big money.
This is Kenneth with SB Unboxing. Let's speak boxing. Biggest news out there in the boxing world today is performance enhancer steroids. A lot of these boxers are taking a test and testing positive for steroids. Nonito Donaire wants to be considered the first, the absolutely first. He stepped to the plate. He wants to be the first boxer ever to undergo year-round random Olympic-style drug testing that would be administered by the VADA, which is the Voluntary Anti-Drug Association. Now, for those who don't know who Donaire is, he's actually the next megastar, which he is definitely a superstar, following Manny Pacquiao from the Philippines. He's actually a WBO super bantamweight champion today, right now. A lot of boxers are following in his footsteps. Obviously, Mayweather was the pioneer of this. I know Mayweather 7 years back, he said, hey, you know what, I have a lot to do. I have a lot on the line right now. I'm undefeated. If you want to be on my level, if you want to go ahead and take the fight, I just want an even playing field. A lot of speculations, and you know, through experience, he pretty knows that there's a lot of drug use. So if he says, you know what, you're worthy enough, if you take the test, then we can go ahead and step into the ring and go ahead and take the fight. You know, obviously that was targeted more towards Manny Pacquiao, since Manny Pacquiao fight keep getting pushed back because of that. Then, you know, Sugar Shane Mosley, Victor Ortiz, Miguel Cotto was able to step up to the plate and take the test, and we had a clean decision by all means. And it wasn't just regular drug testing; it was actually Olympic style drug testing, random testing as a whole. Now, Donaire is taking a little bit step further and saying, hey, I want to get this administered for the whole entire year. Random blood tests. It doesn't matter if you're preparing for the fight, during the fight, before the fight, between fights. I want it to be completely effective. I want to know what this fighter's doing regardless of what's going on. And big fighters, big superstars like Canelo Alvarez is agreeing to it. He already said it. He said, you know what, any of my future fights, any opponent that Canelo takes, you have to take the test. He already said it. You have to take a test, and he wants an even playing field, and it just makes sense. It definitely makes sense, and it cleans boxing as a whole. Donaire, he's a mega star. Canelo Alvarez is a mega star and a rising star, and it's hurting their pockets. Why? Because boxing is losing its credibility, its reputation as a whole. Boxing fans are disappointed. No one wants to see a bunch of guys fighting in steroids and just having fake belts. I want something, you know, I want to see it natural. I want to see it naturally done. And after the fight, you can legitimately say, hey, this guy was the better fighter. Now, a lot of other sports are doing it for the whole entire year. I know baseball already does it for the whole entire year. You're getting random blood work, blood urine. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're in spring training. It doesn't matter if you're in season. It doesn't matter if you're in winter ball. Once you get that phone call, you got a certain amount of time to report. If you don't report, you're going to get fined. You're going to get suspended. And they're going to ask questions, you know. Donaire took it a little bit step further in the interview, and he said, you know what, even all my fights, I'm going to go all year round. I'm going to go ahead and take the test all year round. I'm going to let you guys know I'm a clean champion. I'm going to let you guys know I'm a clean fighter. I'm not going to push it on my opponents to do the same. I'm going to throw it out there on the table, and it's completely up to them if they're going to go ahead and do it. And that's definitely going to change the sport of boxing as a whole. And I wouldn't see why not. Why wouldn't a fighter go ahead and do it? Especially if your opponent's going to go ahead and do it. That says a lot. And you're getting paid millions of dollars. There's so much on there and stake on the line. You don't have nothing to hide. I don't want to hear that you're scared of needles. I don't want to hear all this bogus crap. You're gonna be scared of needles and you got tattoos all over yourself. That's a needle, man. You know. Let me backtrack on that. I'm not saying Pacquiao's on steroids. I'm a big Pacquiao fan, so let me take that back. But anyways, he made a little joke out of it. He said, you know what? Even if my opponent gets test positive and if he gets tested and he comes back positive for steroids, I'm still gonna fight him. You know, he said steroids or no steroids, I believe in my skill and abilities, and I still believe I'm going to come out with the victory. I'm still going to believe I'm going to come out to win. And in boxing history, it's a proven fact that it's happened before. De La Hoya fought Vargas, beat the shit out of Vargas, beat him up. Vargas tested positive for steroids after the fight. So did steroids help him out? Yeah, it helped him hit the canvas. Had so much muscle that he couldn't move, you know. But guys, just let me know. All in all, I think this is a great movement for boxing. Let me know what you guys think. This is Kenneth, the SBN Boxing. Have
See, the voice don't work if we ain't chatting big money. You can never say I cheap talk.